The most news in the morning. CNN's American Morning. Weekday, 6 a.m. Eastern.
I learned a lot from these kids. I guess we've all, in all these high-profile cases of violence, including Darion Albert that killed in Chicago, we all just left feeling just sometimes, what is wrong with these kids? The short answer is nothing. Nothing's wrong with the kids, per se. It's the environment. It's where they are that is shaping these kids. It's not an excuse for the behavior, but still, to understand what's going on with them, you have to go to them, where they are. You see politicians, you see law enforcement, you see school officials, all try to determine what's wrong with these kids, why they do what they do. Well, we went to the source, talked to the kids, and exactly asked them, what is it you're fighting for?
How many in this group, if you can give me a show of hands if you want to, how many of you all have been in the past year, been in a fight, a physical altercation of some kind? All 5 of you in the past year have been in a fight of some kind.
Last September for me.
For these Chicago teens, fighting is a way of life.
Oh, it's like that every day in school. It's not a day you don't see somebody bumping somebody and not getting in an argument over petty stuff.
Not an accidental bump, but a move meant to intimidate.
Why is that so important to be big man on campus?
Like if you're a big guy, you're going to try to keep that reputation. So if somebody bump you, you're going to automatically just say something to them because you're going to feel like in your head like you just got treated like a punk.
Has anything gotten more serious?
Once I got jumped, I was by myself, and I found myself fighting 15 girls. And then they was like, yeah, okay, we're going to spare your life today, and that scared me.
What these Chicago teens tell us is not unusual. In fact, nearly 40% of Chicago public school students were involved in a physical fight.
High school is about young people scrambling for power and influence.
Lila Leff leads a program that in part tries to stem teen violence. She says kids are vying for power and prestige everywhere.
In some high schools, the currency is how much money your parents make, or what car you're going to drive when you're 16, or what college you know you're going to get into because you're taking 5 AP classes. And in some places, the currency is your reputation.
Because for many of these teens, a reputation is all they have. 85% of Chicago public school students live below the poverty line. Gangs, guns, and drugs are all too common in poor neighborhoods.
Have you all witnessed some kind of violence, shooting?
I have.
I've seen my brother. They happen every day, and it be mostly over petty stuff.
For these teens, the daily threat of violence is all too real.
Wait a minute. Y'all have to carry? You carry stuff around when you're outside of...
Yes, I do.
Yes, of course. If you don't carry,
you might as well just lay down up in your grave. You might as well dig it yourself.
Who don't carry mace?
Wait, what do you carry? What do you carry?
I carry a taser and mace.
I carry a mace, box cutters, and scissors.
These teens have developed a tough exterior in order to survive.
If I told my mama I got into an argument with a girl, you didn't fight her? I'll get your scary self out of my face then.
An attitude youth violence expert Dr. Carl Bell says is no surprise.
As a parent is scared something's going to happen to the kid, and that fear turns into anger, and the anger gets transmitted to the kid, and the kid is told, defend yourself, because if you are a punk, people are going to try you.
Leff's program, Umoja, tries to change that thinking.
You can't get your image up, man.
Teaching students leadership skills to help resolve conflicts without fighting. These 5 teens say is helping them.
I learned how to control myself.
Amber was suspended 15 times for getting into fights during her freshman year. Now a junior, she says she's worked hard to keep trouble at bay.
So I started looking at a lot of situations different. I started looking at a lot of fights different. Like when people come to me, I'm like, I'll be stopping while we arguing. I'll be thinking in my mind, like, okay, is fighting her really worth it? You finna get 10 days out of school, and it's not even worth it.
And you hear her there wrap it up, Amber, and you're going to hear more from her this week in the series. But you have to give them something to hope for, to think that they're losing. Many of them don't think they don't have anything to lose anyway, so might as well fight. But if a kid thinks they're going to college or they're going to be thrown off course if they fight and get into trouble, then they'll have a better control about backing off. But it's just alarming, some of that stuff you sit and like, wow, this kid's 16 talking about carrying mace and tasers and
box cutters.
They were all, they could pick up the purses right then and say, yeah, let me show you what I got. I mean, just to think,
well,
16,
you talk about
15.
hope. I mean, really that starts with good teachers, and it also starts at the home with good parents who are good role models, and unfortunately a lot of kids don't have that.